Okay, everybody, so welcome back to Jacqueline's Inside Out. I'm so excited that you're here with us today. We are at the WIN networking group for women entrepreneurs. We're here today representing Jacqueline's Inside Out and Bethel Park TV. We're excited to be here. We just wanted to share a lot about what women entrepreneurs are doing today and how we can lift each other up and just share in this way of coming out after, the pandemic and just getting back to some sense of normalcy. So stay tuned for so much going on here today that we're excited to bring you about confidence and conviction and showing up with authority in your business and in your life. So stay tuned. So today I want to talk about authority in your space and just having that authentic presence, that you have that confidence and that conviction. Because if you don't, as a woman entrepreneur, you're not going to make it. I'm sorry to say that. You have to have that confidence. You have to have that presence. You have to be willing to put yourself to that new level. Not that you won't make it. You will. Don't take that the wrong way. I didn't mean it that way. You will make it. But you can scale that and you will level that up if you really feel the confidence within yourself and you really feel deep down what you're doing and what you're offering matters. We matter. We matter with what we do. So that's so important. And I want you ladies just to realize how important that is for you to scale your business and take it to a new level, no matter what your business is.
Okay. So I'm here with Linda at WIN, and I'm going to ask her what makes WIN so special and so unique to her. So Linda, tell us a little bit about how long you've been involved with WIN and what makes it so unique and special to you.
Yes, I've been involved with WIN for about 4 years, and what makes it special to me are the women that I have met through WIN.
The space out there and the noise out there right now is loud, right? It's loud in all of our industries. It's loud in all of our businesses. It's very noisy because there's so much going on. There's so much going on around us, in our space, in what we do, but around us just in the world and life in general. So it's loud. So how do we stand out? How do we make a difference? And how do we become that category one of what it is that we do? Today I'm here to talk to you about getting up on camera. I have my camera crew here today. Thank you, Bethel Park TV, for joining us. I have a show with Jacqueline. It's called Jacqueline's Inside Out through Bethel Park TV. I've been part of that for 5 years.
Okay, ladies, so I'm here with Krista, and she is part of WIN, and I want to ask her the same question. What is WIN? What does WIN mean to you, and what does it bring to you as an entrepreneur?
I absolutely love the group. I think I look forward to it every month because we have different topics, and they always have different ways for us to give back to the community. So I think encouragement, it just kind of fills my cup so that I can go out as an entrepreneur. We're pulled in a lot of different directions, so I think it just kind of fills us up so we can go out and give to others.
So being on camera to me now, it comes naturally. When I started doing this, it didn't. I was very, didn't have that confidence, didn't have that, but the more you do things, the more you put yourself out there, the better you get, the easier it gets. It comes to you naturally. So I would love for you guys to, look at the camera, look at it, and see that as a tool for you to use in your business. See that as something that you can take and up level and, scale your business, because we have to get on camera these days. We have to be present. We have to put ourselves out there, and we have to feel confident in doing that. If we don't, then we will not, we will still do good, but we will not scale, right? We will not get to that level where we want to.
Okay, so I'm here with my friend Heather. She is actually one of WIN's participants as much as everyone else here. She's been involved for almost a year? Almost a year. So Heather, tell us a little bit about what WIN means to you and what it does for you as an entrepreneur.
Yeah, so WIN is just like such a supportive group of women, a community that I immediately felt so comfortable with. I came to my first meeting soon after, went to an event with the ladies, and just felt immediately part of the group and so welcomed. And I've met amazing clients, and I've done really amazing events with WIN that have grown my business, and it has just been a really awesome opportunity.
Let's talk about your unique positioning. Your unique positioning is positioning you as that go-to expert in what you do. We all do different things, you know, we all have different expertise. We all have experiences. We all have challenges. We all have different things in life, but you are the expert in what you do. You have taken the time to learn what you're doing. You've invested in different things. We've invested in this, right? We've all invested in this, and we're stretching ourselves in all these different directions, right? We're all over the place because that's what women do. That's what we do. You know, we're just all over the place. We love to have our hands in different things because we just feel that that's going to help us. That's going to move us forward, and it does, and it really does move us forward. So position yourself in your field as your unique authority. Step up with confidence in your self-image. I'm a salon owner. I have been a salon owner for 28 years almost now. This is the 28th year. I've been doing this since I was 16. I've been in the beauty industry since I was 16. This is passion to me. This is my dedication. I love it. I love to help ladies and men. I have a lot of men clients too, but I love to help you look and feel your absolute best. Jacqueline's Inside Out has been in my salon since day one. Jacqueline's Inside Out is about beauty in and out. I know we're hearing a lot of that today, right? We're hearing that all over the place today. That has been my tagline for 28 years. So I've known that all this time, that you have to feel good about yourself inside. Because if you don't, you can't present yourself good on the outside. If we don't feel good about who we are, what we do, and the things that we represent, it's going to show on the outside, and you're not going to be able to really step up to that one person that you need to be in your business, that one category of you. So your self-image is important, your inner beauty is important, the way that you feel and look, it's so important. I've seen that behind the chair for all these years, and the one common denominator that I know men and women have, we all want to look and feel good.
What really excites me about WIN is when we say we network with a purpose, it is networking with a purpose. You're building relationships, which is so important. That's where it is, in relationships. You learn from each other, you support each other, you become a part of each other's business, really.
In the midst of all that, I created my 360 Confident Total Makeover. And what that is a complete total makeover from the inside out. Jacqueline's Inside Out, again, has been created 28 years ago inside of my business, really when I was 16, when I knew I was going to do this. And I wrote this book about that, actually. It's called Share Dreams. So this is about the beginning of my career at 16. When I took notes, I wrote notes about becoming an entrepreneur, salon owner. I wrote notes, I kept the notes, and these are the notes. I turned them into this book. So that is just something that you have to just always keep driving yourself, keep pushing yourself. But I knew that I wanted to help people, and I knew I needed to keep doing that. And how could I do that? So the 360 Confident Total Makeover was born. You know, the determination, the drive, everything has always been there since I was a little girl and knew I wanted to do this. And it is something that lights me up. So what lights you up? What are you passionate about? What is it that you need to do to bring yourself to that authority? And I believe that it has a lot to do with the way we look and the way that we feel on the inside and the outside. It all plays the part. So taking care of yourself is number one. Being present in what you do, what you feel, and how you express yourself, is so important. Okay, so the hard times, the recession, I've been through that, 9/11, I've been through that with my business, been through a pandemic with my business, but the one thing that I've always done was I showed up. kept showing up, you know. The recession almost closed my business back then. 9/11, you know, nobody wanted to come out anymore. You know how 9/11 was. We just were all scared to do anything. That affected my business. Now this pandemic affected my business, but I'm not quitting. I'm not quitting. And neither are you, ladies, right? So let's give ourselves a round of applause for that. Because we're all doing this together, okay? So show up with authority. It's so important. All right, so on this next page, I talk about inspiration. What is your story? Do you do a vision board? Does that help you get the year going? My word is rise. I'm talking fast just so I can get all through this. And my word for the year is rise. Do you have a word? Pick a word that's going to help you. Even though we're in quarter one's done, we're in quarter two, it still will help you. Do a mood board. That helps you. Describe yourself in one word. You know, describe yourself in one word. How do people see you? What do they see about you? But mostly, how do you see yourself? Describe yourself in one word. What are your career goals? Like, where do you want to see yourself in 2 years, 5 years, 20 years? What are those goals? What can others benefit from your message? Because your message showing up with authority is so important. And that doesn't have to be cocky, or that doesn't have to be, confidence is not cocky. Confidence is just having that presence and that conviction that you can help others. I can't help you if I'm just standing up here like this, and I'm just like, you know what I mean? I can't help you like that. So having that confidence for what you do, what you sell, the fizz sticks that, you know, Heather's talking about, she has the confidence enough to be here and show that and share that. It's so important, you know? Everything that we do is important, so believe in what you do. Here's some really quick 5 tips for visibility. You want to get visible. You want to be seen and you want to be heard, right? Because you have to. We have to be seen and heard and talk about what we do, or nobody's going to know what we do. So here's just some really quick tips. You can do it yourself. You can pay for people to help you. Either way, you have to do it the right way. If you pay for people to help you, they're going to do it for you. It's done for you. They can set you up with, you know, journalists that are going to write an article about you. They can put you in a magazine, like the magazine that you're in. You know, these are things that you can do. Set yourself up. Get to know those people. Know those editors. Know those people that are doing these things. That's one thing that you can do. Help yourself by getting yourself in your community and what your community can offer to you. Number 2, use your expertise as a tool for what's missing in your space. What's the gap? So my gap in my industry is, my industry always wants to show people the outside, right? You get your hair done, you put the makeup on, you get the fashions on, you look good. You get in front of a camera, you take a picture, you're on the cover of a magazine. That's the outside, the models, the way you look. I want to fill that gap because in the beauty industry, there is a gap missing. And I've known it for all these years. It's the inside. So it's not just the outside of a person, it's the inside of a person. Those magazine covers, I have styled lots of magazine covers for different magazines. Those women that are on those magazine covers that have that look, and we all think, wow, if I could just look like that, or if I could just feel like that. Those women are insecure. Those women don't feel that much. You know, they feel just like everyday women, just like us, right? So they feel the same way. We all have that feeling of fear, insecurity. You know, I'm not pretty enough. I'm not good enough. I'm not worth it. We all have that. So that's just one thing for you to do. Stop thinking about that and get yourself out there. Figure out what it is that's the gap that you need to fill in your industry. That's the gap I'm filling in mine. Okay? Use your expertise as a tool. We talked about that. Guest speaker on podcasts, webinars. Try to get us, you know, join each other's events here. That's a good way to network. Always do that. Always win by being genuine, by being yourself, your true, authentic self. That's how you're going to win. This is called win. You're going to win by being your true, authentic self, right? The only way you're going to win is by doing that. You cannot compare yourself to anyone else. You can't be anyone else. It's not going to show up that great by doing that. If you are comparing yourself to someone else and you think you're going to step into their shoes and you're going to look like that, or you're going to feel like that, or you're going to express yourself like that, or you're going to act like that, you're not. because it's not you, right? So show up as you. Show up as your one person, your one person of authority, person of expertise of what you do. That's what's going to make you different and unique. That's what's going to get you visibility. Be consistent and keep your brand fresh. Keep your brand, valued. Keep your brand fresh by getting updated photos. We love that, right? Keeping your brand fresh and updated as you go. But the one thing that's important with that, you don't want those photos to not represent who you are. Those photos should represent who you are, and I know you would agree with me with that, right? Yeah. So those photos need to represent who you are. Don't put on some fluffy long dress and stand there if you never wear anything like that, or that's not you. Don't do that. Put on something that really lifts you up. Are you edgy? Are you more conservative? Are you more just romantic? Whatever it is, what's your personality style? These are things that we do inside of the 360 Confident Total Makeover. These are the things that I help you figure out. These are the things that help you move forward. So I help you with your hairstyles that are best for you, the colors that are good for you, the shapes that are good for you, the makeup, the skincare, all that you should be using that's good for you, not something that's not good for you, not something that's going to show you different ways. Like some people can wear red lips, some people can't, but you can wear a different shade of a red lip. Somebody likes a really red bold lip, but there's different shades of red. You can still wear a red bold lip, maybe just tone it down a little bit. That will bring you confidence. I bet you every one of you, if you go home today and you put red lips on, you're going to feel better. You're going to feel more confident. And I would just challenge you to do that and let me know what you think later. Like, just put them on and maybe just style your hair a little bit. Put a little bit of red lips on. Different colors of red. You don't have to go bright red, fire engine red. I bet you your confidence is going to go through the roof. So be visible, be heard, and be seen. Okay? Show up with confidence, lead with conviction. That's what we're talking about today. Looking and feeling your absolute best from the inside out. So posture, standing up straight, these things bring you instant confidence. If you want to gain instant confidence, stand up straight. Put your shoulders back. Instant confidence. When you're like this, you don't feel confident. When you're up and you're presenting yourself, you feel more confident. So when you have to speak or you have to talk about what you do, feel more confident, stand up straight. That's really a great thing. The right body language, people see that. They see that. That's everything that's in here that you can see. Believe in yourself. Deep down in your soul, believe in yourself. Have the faith and the confidence. I believe in God. God is always with me, always present with me. Whatever it is that you believe, the universe, wherever you're at in your life, have something that you believe in. Believe in yourself, to get you to that place. I want you to think big. If we don't think big, we're not going to get there. If we just keep our goals mediocre, that's what we're going to have. Reach for those goals higher, even if it's like a crazy goal. I want to reach $2 billion in 3 years. Okay, write it down. Is it a crazy goal? I mean, you could do it. You could do it if you really put that time and you do it. You can become a billionaire, a millionaire, whatever it is. But is that important to you, or is some other goal important to you? I want to have better relationships with my kids, with my family, with my parents. I want to be a better mom. I want to be a better daughter. Whatever it is. I want to help people change. I want to give to charities. I want to be able to give back. These are goals, right? Think big. What do you want to do with that charity? You want to be able to save kids that need water, that don't have no water? Do you want to be able to help Ukraine right now that's going through the craziness that they're going through, and that we could really come together and help them? Think big on what it is that you can do. Think big about how you can help people, the money that you want to make, the changes that you want to make in your own life, diets, health, whatever related. Think big. Think big. Make it a higher goal. Because you will get to maybe that goal. Hopefully you will if it's really high. But even if you get up a little bit more, that's perfect, right? We don't have to shoot for the stars all the time. We can try and try and try and get there and do what we can do. But we can just be excited about the challenge and the journey that we're on. Be excited about the journey that you're on. That's what I've always tried to do. So becoming a 360 lady, 360 Confident Total Makeover, that's what I have. That's what I can offer you. Becoming a 360 lady is all about all of this. Your mind, your health, your wellness, your inner being, who you are, your spirituality, your fashions. We dive into beauty, fashion, wellness, and inspiration, and business. So we have all of that. I would love to collaborate with all of you. I would love for you to, come on board with me if you want to team up, if you want to do something. There's parts in there that we can teach about finance. There's parts in there we can teach about health and wellness. There's parts in there we can teach about, just relationships. Like, there's so many different aspects to what I'm doing inside of my Wheel of Confidence that I have room, that I would love for anyone that wants to join me. So I would love for you to join me on that. What does it mean to become a 360 Confident Lady? What does that mean? That means you're going to all stand up with authority. You're going to all be a Category 1. You're going to get out there and talk about what you do and how you represent yourself. You're going to feel good. You're going to be kinder. You're going to be more, kinder to yourself. You're going to treat yourself with more respect. I believe that with self-image, it's more about respect. Self-image is not like you have to just look like beautiful and this beautiful person all the time. That's the gap that I'm filling in my industry right there. It's not about just that. It's about respecting yourself. I have seen this in my chair. My quote in my book here, there is, behind the chair is a powerful place. And it really is. Sitting in my chair, working on people's hair for all these years, I've seen how, there's days when women come in and they're really sad, but as soon as they start to fix themselves and we're done by the end of the day, they are feeling so much better. Their smile comes to their face. My charity that I have done a lot was Make-A-Wish. So every year we have a young girl that comes in and she gets a total makeover at the salon every year at Christmas. So she comes in on Light Up Night downtown Pittsburgh and she gets a total makeover. And watching that young girl come in, all sad, filled with just unbelief and fear and all of that, and then taking her through the process of doing her hair, doing her makeup, fixing her nails, putting a pretty dress on her because we have the fashions and all of that there with us. I have a photographer there. She gets a photo shoot, and her family comes with her. And seeing the expression on the mom and dad's face, and just the way that girl goes from walking in to leaving, she is standing up with confidence by the end of the night, no doubt, and she's posing for the pictures for the photographer with all this confidence. So what does that tell us? That tells us that it really does matter. It really does matter to have that respect for yourself, to really take that time to do that. It really does matter. Seeing that change on those little girls' faces for all these years, and their parents' faces and grandparents, it really has made me see what is important to people, just giving you that boost of confidence right away. So it's so important. Start with a positive mindset. Know your stuff. Know what you're doing. Know what you're talking about. Just really know your stuff. Learn your stuff so that you can know what you're talking about when you're being in front of people and you want to be heard and seen. Just educate yourself. Educate yourself always. Keep learning. You never learn too much. Yes, I've learned haircuts, but there's new haircuts that are coming out. There's new techniques of balayage. There's new techniques of color. I always had to keep up with it. Of course, you learn the basics, but you always have to keep up with it. And I had to learn all this. I had to learn, how am I going to make this Wheel of Confidence? What do I want to do? So I invested in myself to learn how to build my course and to learn how to, have this way that I could really bring this, what has been deep in my heart for all these years, to all of you since I was little. How to be seen and heard and the authority expert of your space. Present yourself and your brand with confidence. Be original. Share your story. Share your stories of what you've gone through. I've told you a little bit about some of my stories here. Just, the salon and lying in my bed filled with fear and overwhelm when we had to close the salon. What am I going to do? I wasn't going to stop. I wasn't going to let it stop me. So that's one story. Share your story. Where have you been the last 2-3 years through all this? Share that. Share that with your audience. Share that on your social media. Share that. It's going to help you. Express your opinions of things, but in a respectful way. We all have a lot of disagreements today, no doubt. That's happening in life. right in our world, and they want us to be divided. But we as women should not be divided, or men. We need to come together. We have different opinions. That's okay. That's okay. We should have different opinions, but we still should be able to be civil with each other and talk to one another and talk through things. You know what I mean? Like, that's how you grow. That's how you evolve. That's how you learn. So I'm stopping letting that all work to disadvantage us. And I wanted to make us grow more, learn more, evolve more. So I hope you're with me on that. Don't just feel like this opinion is different from that opinion, so I can no longer talk to that person, I can no longer be with that person. I mean, granted, there are some situations where that happens, but for the most part, we all have different opinions. That's the way life is. We're not all going to agree on the same thing, but we have to get back to loving each other and respecting each other. So as women entrepreneurs, I think that's so important. Share these stories, share what you need to share in a positive way, in a respectful way. Be intentional on the steps that you're taking. I teach this all inside of my program, to just be intentional of where you're going in life, what it is that you're doing. Walk in the room with style, walk in that room and own who you are, feel confident about who you are. You want to get in the room with the right people. Being in the room with the right people, this is the room with the right people. These people here are going to help you, lift you up. Dawn is amazing with what she's doing, what she's brought to Win and her team. So these are the women you want to be around. You want to be in the room with women that are going to lift each other up and support each other. We've had so many years where women just knocked each other down, right? I mean, think about it. We've had so many years of that, especially like younger years when we were all growing up. Things that may have happened to us in our young years, yes, that happens to everybody. Things happen to all of us, but we have to transition those thoughts into positive thoughts. We are here from the steps and the journey that we've come along through life. So don't ever look at that as like a bad part. Look at it as like the journey, part of the journey that you've got to where you are now. You've made decisions maybe differently now than you did when you were in your 20s or your teen years or whatever it was. Lift each other up. Women need each other to do that.
Okay, everybody, so I'm here with Dawn Pomebo from Win. She is the founder and the CEO, everything of Win. We have a wonderful day here today. We have had, and I'm so grateful and honored that I got to speak at your event. Tell everybody about your Win community and what you do and represent.
Sure. First, thank you so much. Everything that you talked about was just amazing in empowering women and supporting and uplifting women. That's actually everything that we're all about. Win is, we're professional women who network with a purpose. And what that means is that we're all at a point in our lives or our careers where we're ready, willing, and able to give back to each other, to the community and the organizations we serve. So we support each other.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody, what an amazing day it has been here at Win for the Win Networking Women's Group. I'm so excited to be able to have gotten to speak here about confidence and conviction and showing up with authority, about leading in a positive way, and just about bringing just positivity to women in business and just women in general and men. So we're excited to get started again. I'm happy to be here. Thank you so much for tuning in to Jacqueline's Inside Out. You can find us at jacquelineshouseofbeauty.com, and you can also follow us at Bethel Park TV and on YouTube for Jacqueline's Inside Out. Thank you so much for tuning in this month, this time. It's spring. We're getting out there. Everything's blooming. The springtime is coming, so enjoy it and have a great rest of your day. Thank you for tuning in. Take care.